The Texas Rangers about to end a decade of disappointment. And how many of these players can you name? Hold on before I give you the parameters. On November 25th, 2013, David Murphy, coming off a down year with the Texas Rangers, he signed with Cleveland as a free agent.
All right.
In the 10 years since then.
Oh, my God.
Left field.
How many players do you think the Rangers have used in left field?
I can name one.
44.
Okay. Ooh,
2014 to 2023?
Yes.
I don't think you're far off, to be honest.
He said that's a lot, though. So
all right, I'll go with. But you play so
Just
many.
as a concept, that's a lot.
You go with so many different outfielders. Like, there's definitely going to be a minimum of 2 per year. There's no way that somebody played. I mean, look at Marcus Semien. He's the only dude last year.
Sure.
So I'll go with. I think times 4 is not a bad idea, which would get you to 40. But I'll go lower just to be nice. I'll tell you what. I'm not going lower. 50.
Even that is too low. The correct answer is 57.
Good night.
And it included such luminaries as Steven Duggar, Kyle Blanks, Chris Davis, Carlos Tocci.
The Oakland Chris Davis.
Yeah, correct. Rob.
How many games did he play?
Ref Snyder, Adam Rosales, Mike Karp. I can't remember if I already said that. Brian Holiday, Ronald Guzman, Jared Hoying, Zach Rex. The list, well, it doesn't go
Travis Jankowski.
It doesn't go on and on because there's 57 of them. All right, let me ask you this.
Mike Napoli.
That is correct. That is also correct.
Joey Gallo.
That is also correct. He is third.
As like most games played, Joey Gallo?
Yes, in left field. Who do you think could be 1 or 2
since
2013?
Delino DeShields? I don't think he probably didn't play more.
Delino DeShields is number 5 on the list.
Obviously junior. His dad didn't play for us.
Correct. Bubba Thompson, by the way, is 9th. And Nick Solak is 10th.
Dude. I should know this. I've covered the team.
One of them was definitely a quality player.
Nomar was mostly in right field.
Nomar. Oh, Mazzara. Yeah.
I
was like,
Josh Hamilton was out there for a while, but I don't think
Josh Hamilton is 15th on the list. Played a whole 33 games there.
Because he was kind of all over the place.
Charlie Culbertson might make the bullpen for the Braves, but I think he played more third base. I don't know. You're gonna have to just give the 2 guys.
This one's tough.
I'm sure
Shin-Soo Choo.
Okay.
Is number 2.
Thank you.
And number 1. Just think about this. Having started 149 games in 10 years, and that's number 1, Willie Calhoun.
Say Willie Calhoun.
Just think about it. In the last 10 years, these are our top 10 most used left fielders. Willie Calhoun, Shin-Soo Choo, Joey Gallo, Ryan Rua, Delino DeShields, Nomar Mazzara, Eli White is number 7. Travis Jankowski, Bubba Thompson, and Nick Solak. Yikes.
That's poor.
That is horrendous.
And throughout the entirety of this time, you've been trying to find all the other pieces as well.
Yep.
Like that's the thing is, like, the Rangers now, all the pieces are there and left field's there. They put a team together. This is great.
So this was my question on Wednesday, and I'm still wondering this. Bruce Bochy spoke out about Wyatt Langford. He seems to be getting all his time in left field.
Yes.
So maybe he is the left fielder for the next, hopefully, 15 years. Probably unrealistic, but hopefully at least the next 6 years. Where does that put Evan Carter?
Okay, here's the way that I would see it. Well,
but he's not playing center in spring training.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Here's how I would see it, and you're right about that too. I would see a rotational platoon between Leote and Evan Carter and Wyatt Langford, and in left field, Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter are your left fielders, in my opinion. And Evan Carter can bounce back and forth, but they want Wyatt Langford focusing on one position this year. In his rookie year, his true rookie year, Evan Carter had opportunities. and they're like, we can do this, but I feel like maybe, and even also, neither one of them have been through a full regular season. This might be a great opportunity to get them lots of reps out there together.
Just real quick, people are guessing Texas Rangers. What about the great Michael Choice, number 13 on that list? So
is Michael Choice 13?
13. So if you have somebody that you legitimately think played left field for the Rangers in the last 10 years, I'll see if they're on the list.
Travis Jankowski, I know.
Yes,
he did it.
that is correct.
Who's the other guy?
What?
Who was the other dude?
Ian Desmond.
Robbie Grossman.
Robbie Grossman's number 11.
Did Brad Miller ever run out there?
Brad Miller is number 22.
God, you're kidding me.
I'm not. Just behind Cole Calhoun at 21.
Oh, yeah, Cole Calhoun.
Carlos Gomez is
he was
number
actually
20.
good for us.
Yes.
I thought he played more center field, but he probably did both.
David Dahl is in the top 20 as well. Look, I was reading an article.
He was a good Rocky, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I was reading an article from The Athletic, and one of the things it talked about is perhaps this is a running joke nearing an expiration date.
Well, good. I never thought, I guess, when you really look at it, I didn't know left field had been such a
horrendous
poor position.
And I'm not trying to...
But when you're rebuilding, this is what happens.
Is it you're basically though? And correct me if I'm wrong here. Your left fielder is essentially your a guy that can play center field, but isn't your center fielder. Your right fielder has your best arm. Your left fielder is your most consistent guy, not your center fielder.
He's just, I guess I would say more left fielder is usually this is usually your worst defensive outfield.
Yeah. So he's because he doesn't have quite the arm the right fielder's going to have.
The weak arm. At times, they didn't put Mike Napoli in right field.
It's the shortest throw to home plate, right?
It's the shortest throw to home, shortest throw to third.
Yeah. So
second base is second base.
Yeah.
But
hey, Mike, just real quick as a note.
Yeah.
Evan Carter's playing center field today.
Oh my God! See, there you go. So that's my idea: is that the rotation is Evan Carter can go back and forth.
Yeah.
He can play both. He's primarily going to be your left fielder, but when he moves to center and on Evan Carter days off, Wyatt Langford will be in left.
I do think, I don't know, but if you want to put your best offensive lineup out there, it is Adolis in right and Evan Carter in center and Wyatt in left. That is your best offensive outfield.
I think Leote's hitting like .065
I'm not worried. He is off to a slow start in spring training. I'm not worried about that, but that is a heck of a fourth outfielder.
Oh, yeah.
Leote or?
Leote.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can take any one of the three and go, whoa, wait a second. Now, that being said, maybe on certain days you do DH one of those guys. To your point, you DH Wyatt Langford and you have Leote in center. You have a lot of options. Or if Jared Walsh is having a great spring, now he might be their starting first baseman on opening day. But
I could see that.
You could have Walsh make the team and be a DH. I don't know. There's a lot of options here. That's the good thing.
To show you
of good options.
Just to show you how crazy this is. Evan Carter, you know how new he is to the team. The Rangers have had 28 other players play left field in the past decade less than Evan Carter.
Wow.
But that still were in the majors, still played in left field. For people asking, Mike Napoli, 39th on the list. Ian Desmond, number 16 on the list. And
who's 57?
57 is Ronald Guzman.
Okay.
He's just ahead.
He got hurt. I'm assuming he's still trying to pitch. I don't think he had a bad year.
I believe that is correct.
In the minor leagues last year, so I'm assuming him. And I don't think Charlie Culberson, I was like, maybe he popped out there for a game or two, but he's kind of a story in Atlanta that he's having a good spring training as a relief pitcher.
He's number 32 on the list, just behind Ryan Strasburger.
Yeah, Guzman is in the Orioles organization trying to pitch as a relief pitcher.
And that's why this is so exciting to me because, for example, we just talked about how great Evan Carter is. For Wyatt Langford, there was a scout that was mentioned in this Athletic article, and he said that a scout told Keith Law, I do believe, that Wyatt Langford is one of the greatest prospects I have ever seen in my life. And then he said, I would probably put him second behind Julio Rodriguez.
Wow.
And that's pretty damn good company to be in.
I mean, I've heard that about, maybe they're talking about outfielders, because I have heard from multiple people that the best, at least high school guy that they've ever seen is Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay, yeah.
So,
but now for college,
and obviously Julio is, a Latin, so he obviously did not do high school or college here. He was just a sign out of Dominican Republic. So
I just hope that one of them, now I still think ideally, and I feel like we're mostly on the same page, that eventually it'll get to Langford in left and Carter in center. But either way, I would like to see those two lock this position down one way or another for the next decade. And so when you go through it, you're like, oh yeah, I remember this guy played for 6 games because Wyatt Langford was hurt or whatever. Not just because the Rangers were like, I don't know. I got nothing, man.
God, in a way, I know this, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. In a way, I'd hate this for Leote, but this is the life of professional sports.
Yeah.
Like, if this happened, because he was such a valuable piece to last year, to your run last year. Yes, I remember having the conversation, I think in August, should they call up Evan Carter to play center field, because Leote was struggling, but he did have some premium at bats at times in the playoffs. But this is what happens when you're a really talented organization, which the Rangers are in the outfield, is that here's where we're at. And then the thing is about Sebastian Walcott. He's years away, but there's already rumblings that because he's 6'4", because of his size, that he might, and he's very athletic, maybe he fits better as an outfielder than an infielder. But that's 3 or 4 years down the road. But the Rangers have some, at least now, good issues, good problems, if you want to call it, that they might have too much talent in position player depth.